What secrets does the historic Grandeur Hotel conceal within its ancient walls? This monumental question draws inquisitive minds and brave hearts. Towering proudly in the city's core, the Grandeur Hotel stands as a beacon of history and enigma entwined within a single structure. A late 19th century architectural masterpiece, it exudes an allure that never ceases to enthrall its guests, silently recounting tales from a time deeply embedded in its history. Here we unearth the hotel's golden era when it accommodated myriads of guests from every conceivable background. Foreign diplomats, unconventional artists, fatigued travelers, and refined socialites all sought solace within the opulent precincts of the Grandeur Hotel. Each of these individuals brought with them unique stories, narratives that supplemented the hotel's rich tapestry. These narratives, though from the past, reverberate within the hotel as if the walls themselves have absorbed these tales. Yet, it's not only the memoirs of the visitors that echo through the halls. There is an alternative narrative, one that is chilling and seamlessly woven into the hotel's history. The Grandeur Hotel, despite its beauty and allure, harbors a shadowy past that defies oblivion. It's whispered that in the late 19th century, a prominent socialite disappeared mysteriously after a grand ball, only to be seen as an apparition in the grand ballroom, her ghostly laughter echoing throughout the halls. Tales of inexplicable phenomena like objects moving on their own, and the chilling sight of a spectral figure of a bellboy who supposedly drowned in the hotel's pool have been passed down through generations. These eerie anecdotes, while seemingly implausible, add a frightening dimension to the hotel's colorful past. It's believed that spirits of previous guests too attached to their earthly indulgences continue to linger in the hotel. From ghostly figures seen meandering the corridors to disembodied voices heard in the night stillness, the Grandeur Hotel seems to be a hotspot of supernatural activities. And yet these spectral stories are not repulsive. They contribute to the hotel's magnetism, attracting those intrigued by the afterlife. The hotel personnel have their share of tales too. They recount instances of lights flickering spontaneously, doors opening and closing inexplicably, and eerie whispers seemingly originating from vacant rooms. There are accounts of a phantom maid that is seen cleaning in the early hours of the morning, vanishing as one approaches her. Yet they work with a sense of respect, recognizing the hotel's haunted reputation as a part of its unique charm. Even the hotel's majesty, with its grand chandeliers and lavish decor, assumes a sinister aura as night falls. The setting sun casts an eerie light on the hotel, unmasking its darker side. The guests, who are captivated by the hotel's daytime splendor, begin sensing an alteration as dusk descends. The shadows deepen, the walls appear to whisper, and the atmosphere grows dense with an energy that is both captivating and disconcerting. As the sun sets, guests have recounted a creepy transformation in the hotel's atmosphere. The ghostly apparitions, the paranormal whispers, the baffling events all seem to intensify as darkness engulfs the Grandeur Hotel. It is during these hours that the hotel truly embodies its name, presenting not just splendor, but also a mystery that continues to beguile all who dare to delve into its secrets. As darkness descends, the Grandeur Hotel transforms into an otherworldly dominion of the incomprehensible. A convoluted labyrinth of spine-chilling occurrences engulfs the opulent edifice, ensnaring its oblivious guests in a frosty clasp of horror, resulting in their trembling before the uncertain. Bizarre, spectral murmurs of ghostly phantoms weave a chilling narrative that reverberates through the hotel's ancient sacrosanct corridors. Noteworthy among these incidents are the chilling apparitions in the grand ballroom, where spectral figures have been seen participating in an eternal dance, and the eerie laughter that rings out from the supposedly empty children's wing. The Grandeur Hotel, once an icon of elegance and majesty, is now a haunting stage for spectral performances. Uncanny, inexplicable tales become routine as night plummets. The narratives spun by trembling patrons and apprehensive employees alike render a distressing image of a once vibrant institution now shrouded in mystifying dread. Spectral forms, clad in the mystery of unresolved stories, effortlessly drift through the shadowy corners. They dissipate as swiftly as they appear, leaving behind a residual chill and a sense of foreboding that clings to the air like an apparitional residue. Their phantom presence is intuited more than seen, the sensation of being watched, brush against the skin from unseen entities. The ambiance within the hotel's frigid stone walls becomes unnaturally cold as the temperature plummets alarmingly, rattling the bones of even the staunchest skeptics. An icy gust, emanating from an undefined source, murmurs chilling stories into the ears of those brave enough to listen. The cold invades their very souls, rooting them in place with sheer terror. Erratic lights flicker and pirouette wildly, casting an unearthly ballet of silhouettes across the antique furnishing from an indistinct past. The inconsistent strobe of light and shadow, a sinister dance of terror, highlights the numerous age-old relics that have silently witnessed the horrifying events unfolding in the darkness. Their ominous glow reflected in the polished surface of the age-old furniture, contributing to the spectral ambience. A petrifying symphony of bizarre noises reverberates through the cavernous edifice. The creaking of seasoned timber, the distant lament of a ghostly dirge, the unexpected silence that fills the echoing void, and the footsteps that echo in the otherwise empty hallways. These eerie sounds intensify the fearsome illusion, their persistent reminder of supernatural activities amplifying the terror. Each experience, each sighting, each chilling whisper, each blood-curdling scream, more terrifying than its predecessor, feeds into a crescendo of suspense that permeates every nook and cranny of the Grandeur Hotel. The ceaseless, tangible dread becomes a sentient entity, engulfing the entire hotel in its icy grasp, fostering an atmosphere of pervasive terror that is almost palpable. The guests, kept awake by fear, huddle together, their whispers barely audible over the distressed creaks of the ancient structure. The stories they share, each more horrifying than the last, ignite the growing inferno of terror, illuminating the chilling reality of the Grandeur Hotel. And then, there was the Room 207 incident, and the eerie, inexplicable disappearance of the family in Room 313, and the blood-curdling cries heard from the vacant Room 666. Room 207, a room like no other, holds a myriad of bone-chilling tales. Nestled in the heart of the Grandeur Hotel, this infamous suite echoes not only with mystery, but with countless unsettling accounts. It's not just another room, but an acute symbol of the macabre, ceaselessly whispering tales of its eerie past. This was a place where reality was twisted and warped, where the lines between the living and the gone were blurred into unrecognizable shapes. The room's rustic Victorian decor, with its ominously dimly lit chandelier and the dark, ominously silent mahogany furniture, adds an extra layer of creepy ambiance. It's an environment that oozes an eerie elegance, making one feel as though they've stepped into a forgotten era, frozen in time and trapped in an everlasting nightmare. The air in Room 207 is heavy with a silence that is almost tangible, giving birth to strange, illusory whispers echoing in the unnerving quiet. Room 207 is the epicenter of the haunting, a place where normalcy twisted into the bizarre and uncanny. The bed, once a place of rest and tranquility, transformed into a stage for the most unsettling of spectacles. Here, amid the thick shroud of darkness, a guest, an ordinary man leading an ordinary life, vanished without a trace. But this was not the only tale that emerged eerie depths of Room 207. Over the years, there has been an array of chilling phenomena that defied all rational explanation. From the inexplicable cold spots that would suddenly appear, to the spectral apparitions witnessed by terrified guests in the dead of the night. Unearthly whispers, disembodied voices, and even chilling laughter would float through the room, adding fuel to the already rampant speculation about its paranormal activity. Imagine checking into a hotel only to disappear, swallowed by the shadows of the room, leaving no trace behind. Sounds like a scenario ripped straight out of a horror movie, doesn't it? Yet it wasn't fiction, but a terrifying reality that unfolded in Room 207. The morning after the horrifying incident, the room was found in utter chaos, the aftermath of an inexplicable event. Countless theories swirl around the happenings in Room 207. Some suggest he was dragged into another dimension, a rift in the time-space continuum. Others believe he fell prey to the hotel's restless specters, forever trapped in their spectral hold. The truth, however, remains deeply buried in the shroud of the unknown. The guest of Room 207, a man who came and abruptly vanished, has become an integral part of the hotel's dark folklore. Yet the question still lingers: what happened to the guest of Room 207? An answer that remains an unsolved mystery, a chilling echo of the Grandeur Hotel's haunted past. Even as countless mysteries surrounding the Grandeur Hotel remain unsolved, a tragic event unfolds, marking the end of an era. A place once teeming with life now stands in the shadow of an eerie silence, a ghastly monument to the inexplicable and the unknown. In the winter of 1987, the Grandeur Hotel, a beacon of luxury and grandeur, was forced to close its doors forever. The reason? An unexplained fire that engulfed the hotel, leaving nothing in its wake but charred remains and ashes. The flames danced ominously in the night, casting eerie shadows on the crumbling walls. The once majestic structure now stood as a hollow shell, a tragic reminder of its glorious past. Yet it wasn't the flames that sent chills down the spines of the onlookers. It was the sight of room 207, untouched by the inferno. Amidst the ruin and destruction, the room stood eerily intact, its ominous aura more palpable than ever. The room's uncanny survival only added fuel to the fire of speculation and fear, reinforcing the belief that room 207 was indeed a hotspot of paranormal activity. Following the fire, the tales of the Grandeur Hotel grew even more chilling. The hotel, now abandoned, became a haunting ground for ghost hunters and thrill seekers. The spectral apparitions, the eerie whispers, the inexplicable cold spots, they all seemed to intensify, echoing louder in the hollowed halls of the deserted hotel. The Grandeur Hotel, now a ghost of its former self, stands as a chilling reminder of its haunted past. Its crumbling walls, its desolate halls, and the infamous room 207 all stand as silent witnesses to the terrifying tales that unfolded within its confines. To this day, the hotel remains shrouded in mystery, its chilling tales continuing to echo in its abandoned halls, each one a chilling testament to the hotel's tragic ending.